What is up, guys? You got Not the Worst here, bringing you part number 1 of our coverage of Drieghan, something along those lines. The new patch coming out. If you haven't heard, it's getting released November 14th. I know everybody's excited. Some people don't care. I care. It's gonna be a big deal. So anyways, we're gonna do some coverage. I mentioned this before when they first announced the release date. We're gonna do a couple of different segments covering it today. If you are looking at your screen, which I assume you are, you will see that we're going to be taking a look at the new items, talking about some of them, and of course what most people are looking forward to, or at least for newer players, the craftable awakening weapon that's almost as good as Dandelion. So we'll get into that a bit here. Let's go over a couple of basic things. One that I think this is underrated and not a lot of people are talking about it, but it's actually pretty cool. Dragon Scale Fossil. These can drop from anything in the area at all, and you can exchange out 30 of them. You just get like a plus 20 Advice of Elks. I mean, super great for building fail stacks. You literally just get a straight duo stack for boss gear, like right there. You don't have to worry about jamming stones as much. I am slightly interested if, like, I mean, obviously not everybody's always going to farm there, especially early on when it first comes out. Everybody's going to want to be in there, so it'll be competitive and that sort of thing. But as it kind of evens out, I wonder what, like, Blackstones will always be necessary, right? But like, how does that actually affect the marketplace if these drop fairly frequently? I have to assume they probably don't. It's because this is like really good. And if you drop these, if these items dropped like too frequently, you would impact the Blackstone market quite a bit, right? Because then you don't need them to build that initial fail stack if these were frequent. So it's probably a pretty rare drop. Maybe something along the lines of like Jonas Fragments in Valencia. If it drops that often, then yeah, then this is not a big deal. Just a nice little extra thing to have. We got the Guard Jewel, which is obtained from Red Wolf Town. You use it to create more powerful crystals. Remains of the Black Energy, used to create refined remains of Black Energy. You get it from some daily quests. It also has a chance of dropping from any of the monsters and a higher chance from dropping from monsters in Drieghan. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Justin. Oh, how are we gonna decide? I keep asking, how do we're gonna go with Drieghan. That's what, from now on, that's how I'm saying it. Drieghan. That's what we're doing it. So any monsters in Drieghan, and this one is any monsters anywhere. It has a higher chance of dropping from them in Drieghan. Refined Remains of Black Energy, used to repair the Dragon Slayer weapons and craft hazed crystals. Can only be crafted at Duvenkroon House 5 in Workshop Level 1. Requires Remains of Black Energy, which is that one we just covered, times 25. Then we have the Hazed Crystal, can only be crafted in Workshop Level 2 at that same spot. Requires Refined Remains of Black Energy times 11, which is the one we just recovered. If you notice the theme, it's kind of building up. This one makes this one, makes this one. The Hazed Crystal we just literally read, so going on to the next one. Fascinating Leather of the Mysterious. This goes with the Awakening weapons. It's a part used in creating it, and it requires 4 copper ingots, 4 bronze ingots, any leather, soft, tough, hard, or thin, times 2, and it makes this, which is just a component to that Hugol's Awakening weapon, as is the Abrasive Mysterious Abundance, which requires 1 solvent and any 3 blood. Abyssal Brass Ingot is also used for the Awakening weapon, and that is used by processing brass ingot, blackstone powder times 10, and trace of savagery. Then, of course, the most key component to the new Awakening weapons are the Dragon Slayer production sheet, which is creates each of them, and you get it through repeatable quests. New weapons and armor. This is our new Rakaba armor, essentially, called Arcane. It's blue grade though, it's not green. Interesting. Says similar to Grunlin Rakaba, yeah, but it's blue grade. I wonder, that probably means it's a little tougher to enhance than the green stuff, right? Is interesting, huh? So the set, helmet by itself is HP 50, chest is HP 50 with your MP or whatever 50. Gloves have increased accuracy, shoes have increased evasion. 3 set is all evasion 5%, 4 a set effect, max HP 150 and all damage reduction 5, and the 5 set effect is all AP plus 7. Sounds like just a much better Grunl's, really. I mean, is what I'm saying from that. It's not like it's going to replace boss gear or anything from that respect, but this is something if you're new or maybe working on alt and you don't want to move your boss gear around, you could definitely use that. This is, I do not know how to pronounce this, what we're going to go with. Liver. Yeah, there we go, liver. Liver's gloves. Obtained as a rare drop from the Red Wolf Summon Scroll. They're similar to Beg's gloves, but have 2 more DP on them at pen and high evasion, but with much lower accuracy. You can see the Tri-Tet and pen stats for them there. So an alternative to Beg's gloves, depending on what kind of build you're going with. That's interesting because then if you get the new Offentet weapon and you wanted to have these new gloves too as well, if they're 2 more DP or whatever, and also evasion. Do you really care about evasion? I guess you care about evasion if everybody else stops caring about accuracy as much, right? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that shakes up. All right, here's the awakening weapons. So we have Hugel's awakening weapons and then the Dragon Slayer awakening weapons. So the Hugel's you're going to craft using the materials from the daily quests, and then you process them, which the stuff we were just covering right before. It's 31 to 42 AP, and it cannot be enhanced. Okay, it can only be crafted in that same workshop. Everything else, and then you can see the required materials there. 100 of those fascinating leather of the mysterious things that we just looked at up here. All this stuff. It's going to take all this stuff. 100 of those. 75 of the abrasive mysterious abundance, 150 abyssal brass ingot, and then the Dragon Slayer production sheet, obviously. So this is like kind of like a awakening weapon for the black abyssal weapon. So when you're questing, you get that weapon that's like pretty good while you're leveling up and stuff, or working on switching to boss gear. There's now an awakening option to that, sort of, especially considering it can't be enhanced, just like the black abyssal. Then we have Dragon Slayer awakening weapon, which can only be crafted in the workshop level 3 of that same exact building, which requires, it's the upgrade of this, it requires this weapon, Hugel's first, then the Dragon Slayer production sheet times 20, and also 25 of those haste crystals. Cannot use cronstones on this item, but this one can be enhanced. Why didn't they list the stats here? The stats, it's like barely worse than Dandelion. It's like very close to Dandelion, so it's definitely a stepping stone, and potentially, you, depending on how much you play the game, you could really just... Okay, so this is the one that you have to get this to make this to make this. So it's definitely work, but you could potentially use it as a stepping stone, or even something if you're not a super hardcore player, and just use it over Dandelion altogether if you're having trouble getting those. More options, and again, this just continues the outreach where they want to have accessibility to new players, not forgetting them, and then also if you want to just do it. I'd be interesting to see the stats, or like what the bonus stats and stuff were, or additional stats or whatever. Some crystal sockets. We've got, let's see, what's this one? Combination of power crystal. Oh, sorry. Let me read the top thing first. So these have sets now for crystals. So new crystal sockets have been added that can be put in all gear. Putting more than one of the same crystal in your gear will give you a powerful set effect. You can also enhance the crystals for additional item effects using Kamos scales, which can only be attained from the new world boss Kamos. We're not covering him today. That will be, I forget if it's part 2 or 3, but that will be in another segment. But yeah, there's a new world boss. He's a big old dragon. So we got this one for crit, movement speed, and maximum weight, which is pretty awesome, and on the 2 set effect. And then on 4, you get all those things plus combat and skill XP added. The Macalod one, blue one here, it's got AP plus 5, stamina 100, accuracy 4, and then on the 4 set bonus, also the combat experience, and it also has a 3% ignore all resistance. Interesting. That one's quite good. That one's quite good. And then the green one here, Herm, is damage reduction 5, max HP 150, evasion 4. This is obviously a defensive one. And then your bonuses, ooh, accuracy and all resistance. Ah, yeah, that one's really good too. Be really interesting to see how these things end up working out. And then, of course, you can bump them up. Jin, Wan, and Bon options for these. And a whole bunch of camo scales as well. Oh, this is the upgrading it's talking about. And you will get an additional 1% XP and 15 weight limit on this one. The blue one, Macalid, combat XP 1, max stamina 20, ignore all resistances 1, and when you upgrade the Herm, all accuracy 2, all resistances 1, and max HP 30. We've got some other new crystals, which are one for armor and one for gloves. The sword, Red Fang crystal. We'll see if it translates the same to the English version for sure. Once we get it. So yeah, anyways, you get those with processing black magic crystal, armor times 1, and a guard jewel times 1, and that one's damage reduction plus 7, all resistances 2. And then the gloves version of this thing is you combine the black magic crystal valor one, that's the one that drops at Kadri, and then the guard jewel, and you get critical hit rate plus 2 and all AP plus 5. That's a good crystal. These are gonna be nice. That's pretty cool. Some new accessories into the game. Kathu's obedience ring. Item stats by itself is base AP plus 5, accuracy 2, pretty good. It increases 2 AP every increase. So let's see, at try it's what, 9 AP, which is a little better than Asula, right? What's Asula, 7 I think. I don't remember. It's been a minute since I had those around. Monster damage +1 on it as well. We got the Ring of the Eye of the Ruins, which has AP +5, accuracy +2, and then the enhancement effect, the AP on this guy goes up by 3 on each enhancement. So you would have... Oh, wait a minute. No, that's at Oh. This at... Okay. This would be 14 at try, which is that Tet? Yeah. Interesting. Okay. These would be interesting to see. Anyways, and then we got Oricon Belt, AP +7, accuracy +2. It goes up AP +2 and accuracy 2, max HP +25. It has item effect, max weight limit +25. So there you go. Those are the new items that are coming into Drieghan. Get some... Did I say it the way I said I was going to say it? Drieghan? Yeah. So get excited about that. We'll have to check out these awakening weapons if people actually move to them. I'm really excited about these crystals, and the accessories are kind of interesting to me. But these crystals look awesome to me. Of course, any new content is going to be fun content, and I really think this Dragon Scale Fossil thing is pretty cool. Free duo stacks for days. Like, it's just like a bonus to when you're grinding. Like, I'll definitely take free bonus stacks, duo stacks, whenever you want to give them to me while grinding. So yeah, anyways, that's it for this segment for Drieghan updates. The part 1 edition has now ended. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it for me. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get updates of when the videos go live. I've been crushing the daily upload game for a little over, I think 2 weeks now. I can't remember. But I'm going to continue and try to push these daily uploads out as much as I can. Can't promise that I always will. Sunday, we do have a drunk live stream going. We are going to be creating a Tet Kutum, no matter how long it takes. We are going to be making Tet Kutum. I've been grinding like crazy to prep for it, and for each failed Tet attempt, I will be taking a shot like I did for Dandelion last week. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Make sure you follow the Twitch channel, which I will link in the description below. I'll also put this Black Desert Foundry little guide thing here in the description below if you want to read this stuff for yourself. That'll be in there. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.